morning, students. Today I come with new topics, which is switching techniques. Okay, students, switching technique. It is one of the most important topics, and we will discuss about switching techniques, type of switching techniques. Okay, before switching techniques, I want to discuss about the computer networks. What do you mean by computer networks? Computer network is used to send the data from one computer to another computer. For example, suppose A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These all are the nodes which are in the networks. Computer networks, they can send the data from one computer to another computers. Okay, we have discussed in this networks. Now suppose A have to send the data to G. A को G को data भेजना है. Then one way that A can send the data A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and again G. A have to send the data A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and again G. Then they have to transmit the data from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. Then rest at the G. And let's see the other way. Other way, A send the data to A to H and H to G. Okay, students, let's see the difference. It is the shortest path and best route, and it is in both cases data will be transmitted, but it is the best route to send the data from sender to receivers. Okay, now which decides then how the data will be transmitted? Switching techniques. Switching technique, it decides the best route. Switching technique, it decides the best route to transmit data in a large network. We have seen with an example in a short networks, it consumes more times. If suppose there is a large network and I have to send the data one node to another nodes, then which route will be followed? That it takes less times to transmit the data. If you send the data and they consume more time, then it is not useful networks, then it is a not advantage of networks, then why we use? Then in that case, switching techniques follow the best routes to transmit the data. Okay, now students, switching techniques has three types. Switching techniques has three types. Okay, first is circuit switching. Second is message switching, and third is packet switching. Okay, we will discuss one by one: circuit switching, message switching, and packet switching. Okay, now let's see about the first switching technique, which is circuit switching. What do you mean by circuit switching? Circuit switching, it is a switching technique that establishes a dedicated path between sender and receiver. Students, when we use circuit switching, then before sending the data between sender and receiver, it establishes a dedicated path. Suppose A is sender and B is receiver. Sender and receiver. Then before sending the data, it makes dedicated path. It is dedicated path. Dedicated path. Next, a complete end-to-end path must exist before the communication takes place. Same things. End-to-end path. A and B will be connected first, then it will send the data A to B. Next, it is used in public telephone networks. Generally, it is used in public telephone networks and it is used for voice transmissions. Okay. Now, what's the problems in a circuit switching? Suppose the number of user is more. Number of user is more, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 communication channels. That means at a time 6 data can be transmitted. At a time 6 data can be transmitted. Now suppose there are 20 users which have to send the data, and it follow circuit switching. Then the remaining 14 users have to wait for transmit the data. So it is the one of the most problem with circuit switching. It increase traffic congestion. Why? When this line send the data, then during sending the data, no any other data can be sent in this route. It is dedicated only A and B. Then in this A or B can only send the data. Nothing, no any others persons can send the data. Okay. I hope you all understand about the circuit switching. Okay. In next we will discuss about message switching and then packet switching. Okay.